Welcome to Still on the Air, everyone. I am David Pierce Anderson. With me is Jackson. Who's on first, Touchberry? Jackson, you gonna give me an answer for that? Who's on first?
Not usually me. I'm usually off first.
You get a lead off, and then you go steal second?
Yeah.
Or you just don't make it to first at all?
No. I don't. I skip first.
You skip first, go right to second?
Yep.
I think that's cheating.
They don't see it coming. You just go right over the pitcher's mound.
I mean, I don't know why hasn't anyone thought of that yet. You're an innovator, man. You should have got scholarship offers, drafted maybe, to Major League Baseball right out of high school.
Right out.
Yeah. You get doubles on ground balls to second. Impressive. How you doing, though?
It's been a weird day.
It has been a very busy day, and we'll be sure to get into it. We had a lot going on today, but we'll get into that in a second. For now, we got some good stuff to talk about for a moment. A little conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. We had Hondo Rodriguez on the show, and we were talking about his new podcast, Nothing to See Here. Here spelled like that one. And it's up now. It's been out for a couple weeks, I think.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, and I remember we were talking about plugging it when it finally went live, and I don't think we have done it.
No.
But we wanted to. They're doing a lot of good things right now. Maybe 10 episodes already out.
And that's one of the good things, is because I know I like a backlog when I start something. And there's a couple. So I personally went back and binge-watched it. I mean, listened. Because there's nothing to see here.
Exactly.
And that's good stuff.
Well, that's why I'm actually waited this long to plug it, is I wanted to get a good backlog catalog. And then, now you can start listening live and you have enough to go back and listen to. And
Yeah.
we've been on a couple episodes. A lot of good things coming from it.
It's a lot of fun.
Keep up the good work, Hondo. We'll keep you guys posted. Maybe we'll have him on again.
Hopefully.
Maybe. Freddie Karn, Tangle of Roses was on last week. That was a fun little bit having Freddie come back and play some music for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know he was that talented. No, I didn't know that. I knew he was that. But yeah, the one song, I'm trying to think, Concrete.
Yes.
Pineapple. That line has been stuck in my head.
Some of my favorite lyrics.
Yeah. That line from pizza, pineapple, and then I'll bring some beer, respect.
Well, if your parents say it's okay.
If your parents, right, exactly.
Respect.
Respect. Jackson Day's a special day, too.
Yes. Well, today is March 20th, and I would like to say happy birthday, Dad. It's a birthday.
Mr. Touchberry, happy birthday from all of us here at ETV. And it's pretty cool that your dad was born a month before you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. 1 month exactly.
Yeah.
In a few years, I'm sure. But
Yeah. we're basically twins.
But yeah, that's pretty exciting. You guys doing anything special?
We're going out to eat.
Nice.
Other than that,
No?
nah.
Well, that's fun. It's always fun. We're going to do the non-sponsor segment. It's the part of the show where we show support and love and respect to someone that doesn't even know that we exist. That's right. It's our non-sponsor. Today's non-sponsor is the King Kong Funko Pop figure. Now, this is a colossal figure that shows off the strength and fury of the giant ape himself. Stare in awe at his massive hands and feet. Be adored by his giant fangs and fall in love with his black, soulless eyes. Also, he's crushing a helicopter, and that's just awesome. Go out today and find your King Kong Funko, because what collection is complete without the one and only eighth wonder of the world? I was saying that's a lot more bug than it is King Kong. Don't you? I don't know. Those eyes.
The eyes really throw it off.
Yeah. Funko, they work well with a lot of them, but this one is I don't know. It's a cool looking one.
It's cool that it's bigger than most Funkos.
Right, it's got to be. That is the Skull Island one, so the most recent one.
Yes.
They got like 48 King Kongs now, but that's the most recent one.
Do they have Godzilla ones? They have to.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. All right. Big news came out today. Earlier this morning, we woke up, most of all of us woke up at Eastern Michigan's campus from the president's office. Jim Smith announced that in an effort to help with the restructuring of the school's budget, the university will be eliminating 4 sports programs. The teams affected are the softball team, men's swimming and diving, women's tennis, and wrestling. He also gave a pretty lackluster statement to defend the move, saying that it would align us with our Mid-American Conference peers in total number of sports. The only good news to come out of this announcement was that the students that are affected by these cuts will retain their scholarships should they continue to complete their degrees with EMU. Although it is assumed that many will leave the university to pursue the opportunities to actually play the sports that they have been working all their life to be good at. The overall response to this news was pretty much negative, and many have pointed out that cutting just a percentage of what the football team is given in funds yearly would save the same amount of money that cutting these 4 programs would save. In fact, the university is only saving $2.4 million with these cuts. Many students and faculty have called for cuts to the football program for years now, and the university has ignored those pleas and instead has dumped more and more money into a program that has a sub-500 win percentage in their career in the whole franchise that EMU has been playing football. It's been absolutely heartbreaking to witness these students go through and it's such a shame that the university has decided to make this move instead of making cuts where a difference could actually be made. It's just more proof that the university is run by real-life supervillains. Justin said the last part, but he's not totally wrong. It is kind of slimy. It feels a little off.
It's slimy. Are we getting into it?
Let's get into it.
Yeah. Cut the football team.
I don't agree with that.
Not entirely.
There are cuts to be made, though.
I think that is what I'm saying. I don't think that any single program should be completely erased like that.
Right, and you don't need to cut the whole football team, but you take away some of their funds because they're not filling up that stadium. It holds 30,000 people. They're not getting 10,000 people to those games. You take away some of that. They don't need new jerseys every game. They don't need, 5-star hotels on the road. And I'm not, I don't know the truth to all, I know that they get a lot of luxuries, but cut some of that. You don't need to cut a whole program.
So my neighbors, I did post about this. My neighbors in my apartment building are the women's tennis team. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of the international ones. They all speak Russian, and they still have their scholarships. So I wonder if they continue to go here. But do they also just leave the country? Is that?
Well, it brings up a good question. I mean, they still have their scholarship, so they can still come here with, nothing has changed in that realm, but they won't be, unfortunately, they won't be playing tennis anymore.
I mean, the fact that they went international to play tennis means that they're probably pretty good. They probably want to keep playing tennis. And part of me is wondering if it's part of the cuts that maybe these kids are going to go somewhere else so we don't have to pay for their college anymore. And that's really gross. That
is pretty gross. I didn't even think of that. We are going to take a quick break right now. We'll keep the heat going. We'll talk more about this in a moment. We'll be back. Well, we're not going to the break? Well, okay, all right. If you are interested in protesting this decision, the Athletic Affairs Committee is meeting in room 201 of Welsh Hall Friday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to 9:45. If you would like to attend the Student Affairs Committee meeting, that is from 10 to 10:45 in the same room. Board of Regents meeting will take place in the same room at 1 p.m. And if you would like to speak directly to the board, you will have to fill out a form that is available at emich.edu/regents/request_to-address-the-board.pdf. We're going to take a quick break now. We'll be back.
I'll be right back, I told myself. I'm just going to grab a quick drink. 2 minutes later, and everything was gone. My backpack, my laptop, my cell phone, my iPod. 2 minutes was all it took. I was lucky. The thief was eventually caught, and I got it all back. But now that I had that happen to me, I realized that anything valuable has to be treated like cash. I'll never leave it out of my sight again. My name is Heather, and I'm trying to be safe.
Welcome back. Quick break, like I said. We're going to get right back into it because I had to take that little break because I know you've never heard that message before from our sponsor. So we're going to keep talking about it. I had not considered that they, were just hoping not to pay, to keep the students coming here. I hadn't thought of that. My biggest problem, though, with the cuts that they made was that the swimming and diving team is one of the greatest, EMU swimming and diving team, one of, if not the greatest, MAC team ever. 31 MAC championships in their career, 5 national titles. And to put it in perspective, the football team has had 1 MAC title in 60 years, and in the last 60 years, I should say. And I've only been to 2 bowl games, and I talk about their below 500 record all time. Chris Creighton, current coach, he's been here 4 years and he's under 400 all time.
I don't want to put all of the heat on the football team because those are also just kids trying to get their degrees and all that. One thing I do want to point out is we're talking about the high executives in the university. Mm-hmm. How much money do they make, Dave?
One of the lower ends, I think the lowest person's making $120,000.
Yeah, and this is still very high up in the administration, but 6 figures.
There's cuts to be had elsewhere. And I do want to stress that it's not any of the athletes' faults.
No.
And we don't hate the football team, but, we don't need to be pumping. They're trying to compete with U of M down the road.
And that's just not going to happen.
Try to compete with Ohio, the Bobcats, because that's more likely.
Yeah. Compete with Central.
So Central, right. Well, so that's what we got on the sports side of it. We'll hear more on E-Weekly, a less biased story on E-Weekly.
Yeah, less opinionated.
But right now, speaking of U of M, we're actually going to move to U of M's Jordan Poole. He had a game-winning three-pointer to defeat Houston on Saturday evening in the second round of the NCAA tournament. Sports fans took to Twitter to congratulate Jordan, but many of them were off by one letter. Get Out director Jordan Peele received countless unironic tweets about the game-winning shot. Peele later said, "I want to thank everyone for the congratulatory messages. When you practice your jump shot as much as I have, you just hope one day it'll pay off." He then made sure to let girls and boys know, ages 8 through 12, they can do anything. They are immortal. Regardless, U of M advanced to the next round, and all they had to say to Houston on the way out the door was, "Get out."
Do you see that Poole tweeted Peele saying congrats on the Oscar?
Right, he went right back, and now they have a great relationship.
The
Jordans. It was pretty funny, and one of the more common jokes that was in reply to Jordan Peele was he did 2 sketches with Key and Peele. One was he hit a game-winning shot in basketball, and he was, I feel like I can touch the moon. And then Keegan-Michael Key was like, and he's feeling at the top of the world right now. Kids, you can do anything. Jump off your roof. You can fly. So that was one of the common responses. Key and Peele, if you haven't checked them out, check them out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Actress Cynthia Nixon announced she will be running as a Democrat for the governor of New York. Nixon is famous for her work in Sex and the City, and as long as she isn't a method actor, she'll have the least controversial political career for someone with the name Nixon. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Stick to acting. No. Jim Carrey has been out of the limelight for a while, but has recently made some noise after posting a portrait of Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Received a lot of controversy. Carrey posted the picture on his Twitter account with the caption, "This is the portrait of a so-called Christian whose only purpose in life is to lie for the wicked. Monstrous." Now, I don't agree with this completely. I feel he should have ended the post not by saying monstrous, but by saying, "La who sa her." For anyone offended by the post, your rice pudding will be served with your meds at 4:30.
I just got to say, that's pretty good photography.
It's pretty accurate. I think he got her eyes perfect, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
La who sa her. In movie news, Black Panther remained at the top of the box office, and it shows no sign of stopping. That is all. I still haven't seen it.
Oh.
I can't get to an AMC, man. The closest one is Livonia. There's I think maybe one in Canton. That's a drive. I don't have the time to drive out there.
We'll get Hondo to loan you his movie pass or something.
We should. I think I look like a Alejandro Rodriguez.
Yeah, you could pass.
I can pull it off. In all honesty, I have used his girlfriend, Heather Moody's. I've used that one to get in. And maybe I can pull off a Heather Moody more. No.
I guess just don't look that close or whatever.
Well, I don't know. I think MoviePass, I don't know if you guys aren't aware of it. That'll be a non-sponsor right now. It is like a debit card. I think you pay like $10 a month.
Yeah.
And then you get to see a free movie every day.
Yeah, Is it one a day? Is it unlimited?
I think it's one a day.
Okay. That's more than
right. I mean, are you going to sit for 6 hours, see 3 movies or something?
Yeah, no way.
It's a great deal. I haven't gotten it.
Yeah.
But Hondo has it, and he. The one review I've heard of it is that yes, it's great to go see the big ones like Black Panther and Star Wars, but you make your money because you get to see some of those like Oscar ones that you might not go out to see. You might see Shape of Water or 3 Billboards, and then you get to see the garbage ones like father figures.
Yeah, you don't feel bad because, you see one movie a month and you're paying for it. Like, that is...
Right, exactly. It's paid for by the one movie you see.
Yeah.
$10 ticket kind of thing.
I should get it. I'm a film student, but also...
Money.
Yeah.
It's all money. That's why I haven't seen Black Panthers, because I got a gift card. End of March, mid-March, I guess. We're
First
close.
day of spring is today or tomorrow?
I think it is.
I think it's
today.
tomorrow.
It's
Oh, it's today.
There we
Okay,
go.
there you go.
That's right. 12:15. What is it? At 12:15. Nice. So today. Well, happy spring, everyone.
Happy spring.
Thanks.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, it does.
It's nice and sunny.
Yeah.
I think it's in the 40s today.
What do you want?
Kill the bee?
Show the bee is what I'm getting told. I mean, I guess you'll see some.
Oh yeah, that's pretty springy.
Spring, yeah. I guess you'll see some of these out there. Bees. I'm excited. Baseball opening day, Tigers next Thursday. Going down to Detroit for that. I'm in the mood. I'm gonna play catch with my freshman year roommate after this show. I'm excited, man. And what's your favorite spring memory or your favorite spring tradition?
My birthday.
Yeah, that's right. When's that? In a month?
April 20th.
Yeah. And, my favorite spring tradition is also your birthday. No, it's 3 days before. April 17th, I got you beat by 3 days.
That's fine.
Yeah. And actually, April 17th is the last Still on the Air episode of the school year.
Yeah, turning 21.
Well, so hopefully I make it to the show on that day.
Might have to bring them in.
That'll be all right. That'll be fun. Well, I'm going to go to break, and we'll be back after the break with a little game. Justin Stovall is going to come out, and we are going to kind of an interrogation game. We had a guest, but they had other plans, so this is what we relied to. We'll see you after the break.
We are True EMU! We are True EMU!
I am True EMU.
We are True EMU!
Welcome back to Still on the Air. Now to help us with this segment, we have recruited our producer and our director and our overall dictator, Justin Stovall. Justin, tell us what we're going to do, because I don't know.
All right, so we're going to play a game. We call it Interrogation.
Okay.
So the aim of the game is to try to convince the other people that one of your statements is true. You want them to believe that that's the lie. You want them to believe that your lie is the truth.
Okay.
So the way this is going to happen is I'll go first. I'll read one statement. You all will interrogate me for a minute. Then I'll give a backstory once that minute is over. Then I'll read my second story. You all will interrogate me again. I'll give a backstory for that. And then you'll guess which one of these is the truth and which one is the lie.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to probably Dave. And we'll end with
Save the best for last.
Jackson, who's on first, Touchberry.
Now, I want to say us here at ETV do not condone lying, unless it's in a bed
Fair enough.
to your wife.
Although,
All right?
all
At
right.
least you're married first.
Yeah. I'm
All right.
ready to go. And we got a timer
We got a
right
timer
here.
Let's
because it's
do
got to be a
this.
minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Go.
I accidentally stabbed a classmate and got another student suspended for it.
What'd you stab him with?
A pen.
What was the reasoning behind it?
I tripped.
You tripped.
I tripped.
They suspended you for.
I didn't get suspended.
The other classmate.
Oh.
Where did you stab them in terms of body? Stomach?
Right. Well, not the stomach, but the side. It didn't pierce the stomach.
Were
but-
they thicker or skinny?
They were medium,
Dad bod?
kind of.
What
yeah.
grade were you in?
I was in 3rd grade.
What school?
Estabrook Elementary School, right on Packard.
What kind of pen? Blue, red?
It was a black pen, actually. Yeah. One of the small Bic ones that'll really get in there, and if you break it off in there, it just destroy your
Right.
insides.
Did it break skin?
It did break skin.
Why did they suspend the other? Did you blame it on the other person?
Yeah, I blamed it on the other person. And I
yeah.
had a great cover story and everything.
What was your covers? I guess we'll never know.
Guess not.
So now, what do you do?
All right, so now I'll give you the backstory behind what happened.
What happened was
So, I was in 3rd grade. It was arts and craft time, you know, all that good stuff. And it was a kid, and now, granted, I did not like this person, so I didn't feel bad about stabbing them. But so, you know, everything's all over the ground. We're messy kids. We go to an Ypsilanti public school. It's not a great place. I trip, stab him.
was
Now-
it Jackson?
No, it was not.
No, I went to Chapman.
But now, I wasn't caught. Nobody saw me do it. So, blame the person next to me.
Fair enough.
All right,
Next one.
next one.
All right, and go.
I lied to my professor about my dad having surgery so that I could skip class 3 times in a row.
What class?
It was one of the management courses here. The first one, the intro one.
What kind of surgery?
Back surgery.
Does your dad have back problems?
My dad does have back problems.
Has he had surgery?
No, he hasn't.
Did you give him a note?
No, I did not. I was just like, my dad had surgery. I got to help him out, take care of him.
What'd you do instead of going to class?
Ate. Went to a restaurant.
What'd you eat?
ate.
What restaurant?
For 3 days?
For 3 days straight. I went to, what was it? Sidetracks?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Spending some good money in high
Spending
school?
some good money. Well, it wasn't high
Was
school.
it college?
It was college.
Okay. Justin, I haven't seen you rolling around with a lot of money. Or, I don't know.
No.
Did you spend it all that week? on
Yeah,
that
that's
sidetrack?
what happened. I had to take out a loan.
So what's the backstory?
So you do a backstory now.
All right,
I think
so
I have my answer.
I absolutely hated that class. It was one of the worst classes I've ever taken. I hate the College of Business, so I was like, you know what, I don't want to go to class today. My dad had surgery, and then the next class, I was like, I don't want to go either, so he's still sick.
You're lying about the back surgery. That's my vote.
I also vote for that.
Well, you're wrong.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I did lie about my dad having back surgery because I did not want to go to that management class.
Wow. I don't even lie about not going to class. I just don't go.
Well, you know, it was
So-
earlier in my career. Well, not really.
So did you get
Only about a
caught
year
stabbing the person? What was that? Or
Oh, no,
you
that's
never stabbed
completely
him?
made up. I've
Wow.
never stabbed anyone yet.
That's fair enough.
Wow, you just really had the story together. So
Yeah,
Well done.
thank you.
You're good at this game.
Well, I guess I'm up.
Yep.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yep.
Go.
I smooth talked my way out of detention in 8th grade
Why were you getting detention?
because I didn't walk in a straight line. I went to a Catholic school. We were strict about that kind of crap.
Did you have to confess about it?
Like religion-wise? Well, I mean, they saw me, so they knew like it wasn't anything to confess. At reconciliation, I didn't have to do that. No.
You didn't have to do that. Okay.
What did you say to get out of going to detention?
I just kind of, give him the eye. Be like, Mrs. Peterson, I didn't mean to. I was,
didn't cry?
I was trying. I did not cry. I've cried for other things in class to get out of stuff, but it wasn't that way. I was, I had to get around some stuff on the ground. It was,
What stuff?
yeah, I mean, like garbage.
How long would you have been in detention for not walking?
You miss
a straight line?
recess. You miss recess.
And what grade was this?
8th grade.
You did recess in 8th grade.
Yeah. Catholic school, man.
Give the backstory.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I gave it all.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Ready?
Yep. I was thrown out of my high school cafeteria for eating fruit.
What kind of fruit?
An apple.
Who threw you out?
The monitor. Lunch
How
monitor.
much did he weigh? Or she?
It was a man, probably 170.
Why don't they allow eating fruit in the cafeteria?
Well, I was trying to eat it whole. And it was a Honeycrisp and it was tough to get down.
Were you physically moved or were you just escorted out?
They said, get out. And
Where-
I did.
And
Where
you
did you
listened?
go after that?
The common area.
They let you keep eating there?
Yeah, actually, they did.
Did you eat it whole?
No, there wasn't an audience at that point, so I gave up on that dream.
Did you yell at anybody on your way out?
I had an apple in my mouth, so no.
Okay. Fair enough.
It came out like.
How big was the apple?
Honeycrisp.
Show us.
Let's hear it, boys.
I know he used to eat apples whole. I know that's true. But I haven't heard about him getting kicked out
These
before.
are both very good.
He just seemed.
Now, I don't think he talked his way out of detention.
With these eyes,
I didn't. Well,
I think detention.
I've seen pictures of you in 8th grade.
I think detention
still have
is
the
the lie.
eyes.
Yeah.
I think detention
I think
is
that's
the
a lie too.
well, you're both right. Just waiting for the camera. Yeah, I ate apples whole, and I had the whole lunchroom cheering me on, and I don't know if they wanted the fame and trying to take the joy away from them, but they kicked me out.
Wow.
That
Yep.
is awesome.
No
All right.
claim to
I'm
fame.
on a tight ship there.
All right, Jackson, let's hear it.
All right. So, the first and only time I went to a dance at my high school, I slipped on the dance floor and everyone laughed at me.
Who were you dancing with?
No one.
Yeah.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing, I had just gotten the suit from the thrift store.
Okay, I was gonna say you in a suit,
Fair.
but
Yeah, no, I got a
fair.
thrift
What
store
color
suit.
suit?
It was black.
What'd you slip on?
The floor was covered in sweat. It was everyone
get y'all
was
juice.
everyone was so sweaty in there. I slipped on the sweaty floor, and everyone knew that it was sweaty, and they laughed at me.
So they laughed at the moment.
Yes.
Where were you in proximity to the dance? Were you was it a mosh pit?
I was very far away from the dance because I didn't actually dance. I hate dancing. I was closer to the food.
Fair enough. What kind of food?
Oh, they had just like pretzels and chips and some little
What
chocolate.
kind of drinks was it? You left out.
Hard liquor.
Hard liquor.
I think you're going to the right next one.
All right. Yep.
That sounds very believable. I know Jackson.
All right. So,
Sounds like Jackson.
in 5th grade, I only wore sweatpants and polos.
What color sweatpants?
Any kind of gray. I think I had a lot of black.
Serious question. This might affect our personal relationship.
Yes.
Did you tuck the polo into the sweatpants?
No, I did not.
Okay, that was the wrong answer.
Oh, damn.
It's the only way to wear a polo and sweatpants.
Yeah.
Pretty much. What color polos?
I had a lot. I wore a lot of brown ones.
Name brand or all?
God.
A lot of name brand like Aeropostale.
Why did you do that?
I hated the way jeans felt.
James?
Jeans. I hated the way jeans felt on my legs.
Grew up in
So I didn't wear any
Montana?
jeans. And I thought polos were cool. So I thought polos were cool, and I didn't really care about the lower half of my body. I just thought it was comfortable.
Was the local gym teacher your hero?
Mr. Larson was pretty cool. But no.
Did anyone make fun of you for this?
No, they made fun of me for other things.
This just didn't reach the bar. What did they make fun of you for? That this missed the
slipping on
list?
sweat at dances.
That'll do it, but
Okay. These are well done. I think these are some of the better ones at this table. However, you were born in jeans. So I think the sweatpants one is a lie. This is for all the marbles. Maybe? I don't know.
Who's keeping score? I think that, for the sake of argument, the dance
That's the
was
lie.
the lie.
That was a lie? The dance was a lie.
Woohoo!
Yep.
Quit the show. Well, so you wore sweatpants and polos.
I thought that was cool.
Unbelievable.
That is absolutely awful. Well, I've got to get back into the control.
Get out of here, man. We got to finish the show.
Yep.
And we're going to see you after the break. We'll say goodbye. Thanks for coming by today.
Well, say no more. EMU offers a class through Eagle Radio that will thoroughly prepare you for a real-life experience. But first, you have to register for the class. Pick a date and a time slot. Then the world is yours. Eagle Radio allows you to be fully independent and customize your own show. Have real conversations about the news, celebrity gossip, update listeners about the weather, play a trivia game. It's your show. You're free to name your show whatever you want and play any edited music of your choice. If you love having heated debates and you feel your words need to be heard, then Eagle Radio is just for you.
Welcome back to Still on the Air. Thank you for joining us this week. We want to thank Justin Stovall for coming out, playing a little game. That was a lot of fun. He's back in the control room doing his job.
Real great.
Yeah. Well, that's all from us. Jackson Touchberry, Justin Stovall. I'm David Pierce Anderson. Be sure to follow us on our social media at ETV, at EMU, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the good ones. We'll see you next week. As always, it's been a pleasure.